Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be installing a fresh new Adrenaline version 7 on our PS Vita. And if you just recently hacked your console, congratulations. And we are going to learn how to install the entire PSP interface on your console. And I believe it's very important for us to kind of recap on this application a little bit. My old video it's done great with views, a lot of comments, a lot of happy people installing that Adrenaline, and I wanted to update everyone just because of the news that we got recently with the PlayStation Store closing. I wanted to make a fresh new video for some of the newcomers that are going to be hacking their PS Vitas for the very first time and backing up games and just having a lot of fun with their consoles, and giving them a fresh new updated video for them on Adrenaline, which is one of the more important and very popular applications for the PS Vita, and I believe it's one of the essential applications to have. I'm assuming at this point that you have either 3.60 Hinkaku Enzo or 3.65 fully modded PS Vita. If you're on 3.73, unfortunately this will not work for you, so you will have to go through the entire process of downgrading, which is a little bit of work, but it's well worth it to get this amazing application for your PS Vita. I do have links in the description down below if you're interested in learning and doing all that work on your PS Vita so you can be up to speed and have this application on your console. So I'll be showing you guys my settings here. So we're up 3.60 Hinkaku Enzo, working just fine. And the first thing we're going to do is connect our PS Vita to our PC, and we're going to go to Vita Shell. So press start and make sure select button is under USB. I see a lot of comments saying that people find it a lot easier to do it through USB connection. So that's what we're going to do here in this video. So let's press select. You should now see a USB connected window pop up with circle being cancel. So let's go to our desktop and head on over to the first link in the description. This will take you to brewology.com, and here is 6.61 Adrenaline version 7 by the Flow, and just hit download here. Very nice. Let's show in our folder. Here is our VPK ready to go. Here is my PS Vita USB drive. We can simply just copy the VPK to the root of the USB drive, or if you have a VPK folder like I do where I have all of my VPKs just organized in one folder, you can go ahead and copy it in there. So let's go back on our console. Next we're going to find that VPK and install it. I have it saved in my UXO under VPK folder. There it is, adrenaline.vpk. So let's install this package. Would you like to continue the install? Press X. And this shouldn't take too long. There we go. Let's go back home, and there is Adrenaline ready to go for us. Let's exit out of that, and now we have a message at the top saying the 6.61 firmware has not been installed yet, and 661.pbp does not exist. Press X to download the PSP 6.61 firmware. Press any other button to ignore it, but you need to manually put the firmware into the UXO pathway there that they're showing. So let's press X, and now it's downloading, which is very convenient. In the past we had to get the firmware and throw it into that specific folder there, and then we had to run Adrenaline and then install the custom firmware on our console. Now if you just opened up Adrenaline for the very first time and it kicks you out, that's perfectly normal. That's just a small bug which I'll show you how to disable with the plugin, and we will need to download Autplugins too, and I highly recommend everyone installing that right away. So let's open up Adrenaline one more time. And now we're going to press X to install the firmware on our memory card. So let's press X. We just got done downloading it, and now we're going to install it onto our console and let the fun begin with all these crazy matrix looking yeah, there you go, extracting firmware. I always have a fun time looking at this. It's so awesome and very interesting. So there is our message. The firmware has been installed successfully. Press X to boot the PSP XMB. So let's press X. Let's turn up the volume for this one. And there's the nostalgic boot up for the PSP. How awesome is that? And I already have a bunch of games already installed through PKGJ, and you will need this application for you to download the PS1 and PSP games off of PKGJ. And if you're not familiar with what that application is, it just allows you to download all sorts of different games, and you will need a plugin that will fake a license for that game. That way you can get it for free, no problem. And that looks about right. Let's just go to the end here. And since this is a Japanese console, Adrenaline recognizes that, and that's why it was initially in Tokyo, Japan, or whatever it was at. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's working just fine here. Very nice. And automatically it read the folder, the PSP Emu folder, where I have all of my games installed. Let's check out the PSP games. Here are some of my favorite titles, and I can run this right away, no problem. X-Men Legends, one of my favorites. I love that game. And we have Homebrew apps. Some fun stuff that might not work very well, but it's just fun to have because it's so nostalgic to me. And a bunch of emulators. So let's hold the PS button here. And I believe I'm not going to be able to look at it, unfortunately. So here on my PS Vita, I just held the home button, and now this settings have brought up. It's really hard to see there because of the glare from the my screen and the PS Vita, but you will see the Adrenaline settings. So here is the Adrenaline menu, and you want to hit exit PSP Emu application to get out of this app. Or you can exit the Adrenaline menu, which is this that we're seeing here. Pressing the left and right triggers will let you scroll back and forth through the save states, settings, and about. So for that plugin that disables that bug for Adrenaline there, we have to download Autplugins too, so I'll have a link to this VPK. What you want to do is just connect your PS Vita to your PC, download the VPK, and install it the same way we did Adrenaline. And once you have it all installed, you go through the process of Vita Shell, hitting X or circle, whichever is your preference. For the VPK, install it, and then run Autplugins. Let's go to Vita Plugins, go to Install Plugins. And here, the second option, run Adrenaline with a single touch. No, Adrenaline's latest version must be installed. So this fixes the double touch, the double backing out of Adrenaline, which is very strange. It only happens when you first run Adrenaline. If you rebooted your console or just powered off and you're just turning it back on for the very first time. So that will fix that little bug problem that you're having with Adrenaline. So that is it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, comment down below, and if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video in the future. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.